Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the base of Lake Berryessa, and welcome back. The all-new 23 BMW M1000R is back on the road, and I have to give a huge props and a huge thank you not only to A&S but BMW Motorrad USA and Nate Kern for making this motor happen so fast. It's been just over 2 weeks since the catastrophic failure of the motor, and we're back on the road breaking the new motor in. So unfortunately we have the 600-mile service, but I want to take you guys for our first ride. This is our very first ride. We picked it up last night, and we're gonna head up to the dam and talk about kind of what happened, the process of what happened, but we're also gonna be doing a video on the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. So stay tuned, please, you guys. You guys have to listen to what I have to say about the warranty, because I've had lots of messages and emails about, is BMW covering this under warranty because of the modifications? So let's get on the bike, let's head up to the dam, let's talk about the process that went through and why BMW replaced this motor without any problems. All right, you guys, so here we are on the M1000R, and yeah, so like I said, this is our first ride again. So we have just over 600 miles, 610 miles on the bike. So we are going to be adding another 600 miles to it. So we'll have it in for its second service here coming up in another 600 miles. A little busy here at Berryessa. It's 9 o'clock on, like, well, it's Friday, so thank you, sir. PG&E work, line work. So again, a huge thank you, huge shout out to A&S Motorsports, to BMW Motorrad USA and Nate Kern for getting this bike back on the road as quick as they did. We're talking like 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, like 2 weeks and like 2 days. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the process that we went through and how it all got sorted out. So we took it to A&S. Before I took it to A&S, I did return the bike completely back to stock. Now, in talking to them and just in past warranty issues with Ducati, it was just best to take the bike back to stock and take it back in with the stock exhaust on it and just stock everything. I put the mirrors back on. I even put the rear passenger pegs back onto the bike. So when BMW basically accepts a claim, or when they get a claim submitted to them, they want to know if there's modifications done to the bike. It's pretty much the first thing. And is there any visual cause for the warranty problem? Now, like I said at the beginning, we're going to talk about the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act in another video, because everybody keeps asking me about, oh, you're screwed, your BMW's not going to cover this. This catastrophic failure was the fault of poorly made connecting rod. There's no denying, and there has not been any denying, there won't be any denying of the fact that what I did to this motorcycle and how I rode this motorcycle has absolutely nothing to do with the warranty. The motor blew, and that's that. And BMW recognized that. In fact, BMW requested, obviously, the motor, the old motor has gone back to BMW for inspection. But BMW sent the motor very, very fast. They had one in Pennsylvania, and they sent it very quickly, and A&S just knocked this thing out. So I'm surprised how quickly it went. My number one goal was to get this bike back on the road to get you guys more content, and it was very upsetting to me that I was going to be losing content with you guys. And I stressed that to A&S, and I stressed that to BMW, and they delivered huge, and so thank you. And then you know, Nate Kern reached out to me. I'm a huge fan of Nate Kern, and I've ridden with him at the Double R Fest. In fact, you guys know that we got to ride together with the S1000R and the M1000R. So Nate made a few phone calls for me also, and the rest is history. Here we are, back on the bike, 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we do have to break the bike back in, but I'm just happy to be back on the bike and to have the bike. So your guys' next question is going to be, are you going to modify the bike again? Yes, I am going to modify the bike again. What happened is it just happened. I'm not going to blame BMW. I mean, we can blame the poor workmanship of the motor, but honestly, I'm not going to blame BMW on this. This is something that just happened, and it's not something that could have been necessarily prevented. And so I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, and nor is BMW pointing fingers at me. Clearly, they know who I am, and clearly they probably know what I did to the bike. When the ECU was read, the stock map, yes, BMW can see that the map had been altered at some point, okay? Now, the stock map was put back in, but the overwrite was logged in the ECU, and BMW was able to see that this bike was tuned, so the denial of the claim didn't come just automatically because I tuned this bike. So a lot of people that say, and I've even kind of teased, if you do anything to your bike, it voids the warranty. Again, stay tuned for the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, because I'm going to talk about what manufacturers by law can void your warranty for if you do modifications, and what they can't void your warranty for. First of all, your warranty is just not voided because you've modified your bike. Whatever part of that bike has been modified, obviously that is going to be the part that is voided. So if I put levers on the bike, it doesn't void the suspension, okay, or the motor, or the brakes. Well, so hold on, the lower part of the brakes. But BMW can say, well, you put a lever on here, so that's going to void the warranty to this. Now, that's for them to prove that you putting a lever on there, and again, we're going to go over this, but you putting a lever on there is what caused the issue. So, they saw that the tune was in there, and we saw that the tune did not cause this issue. So so it wasn't a fight. There was no fight at all. So the bike will get it'll get its 600 miles. It'll be reserviced, and then we will be working back on it. We'll go ahead and put the same Aero titanium header back on, and I'm thinking we might talk about a different exhaust can for the bike, but we'll be doing that. Radiator guards will go back on, gas cap went back on. We've got some possible modifications for some more carbon fiber, so stay tuned for that. But I really wanted to give you guys just an update, and a thank you to BMW and everybody involved in getting this bike back on the road. It's been huge, so thank you so much. And thank you guys for your support. You guys have been hitting me up and really asking a lot of questions about this bike, and a lot of people have been asking, hey, should I be canceling my order on this? No, I've told everyone, no, this is just it's an unfortunate situation, and nobody could prevent it. So it's what it is, and here we are, no time, back on the M. And so stay tuned. We're heading out tomorrow, actually, to Button Willow. We will be taking this bike, but we won't be riding it on track. We've still got the break-in miles, and I'm not going to do the break-in miles on track. Although some people say breaking a motor in on track is good because you've got that variance up and down, but that rev limiter at 8,000 RPMs is going to kill me. I mean, I'm just going to be popping off that rev limiter going down the straights, because it only does like 110 miles an hour, where down the straights, this thing unlocked was doing almost almost 140 miles an hour. So, stay tuned for some content on the S1000R and the S1000RR, because we'll be taking those bikes. We got 2 days out there, so stay tuned. And then when we get back, we're going to get some more rides on this and talk about this. So if you guys have some questions, comment down below. Modifications for the bike, comment down below. Tell me what we should be doing in addition to what we had already done and what we plan to redo, so I can kind of start to get some things ordered and move on to the next phase of the build of this thing. But again, thank you guys for your support, and I really appreciate it. Again, thank you, BMW, and make sure you guys do the normal. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and then bring the bell notification. The bell notification is going to give you future notifications of future content here on the channel, like when we remodify this and when we start to do other things. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you guys next video. Bye, guys.